Ewan Sharp profiled as Ralf Rangnick identifies new coach and Man United overhaul. Ralf Rangnick is set to continue his overhaul of the Manchester United coaching staff by appointing Ewan Sharp, according to reports. The German was named as interim boss in November and was tasked with reversing the alarming slump under his predecessor Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. On that note, he has started well, winning both of his Premier League games in charge. However, with extensive experience behind the scenes, Rangnick will also be expected to help transform the overall football operations at Old Trafford and is set to become a long-term consultant at the end of his stint in the dugout. He has already brought in sports psychologist Sasha Lenz and added to his coaching staff with Chris Armas. And now Sky Sports reports Sharp will join as an assistant coach and analyst. Here's what we know about the latest figure on his way to Old Trafford. Join the debate. How many signings do Man United need in January? Tell us in the comments here. Born in Stirling, Scotland, Ewan is one of 3 children and as a youngster played for Stirling City, winning Player of the Year in 2006-07 and helping the side to win the Loch Lomond Festival. In 2010, he enrolled at Mercyhurst University in Pennsylvania to study a major in sport business. While at Mercyhurst, Sharp was a regular for the college's soccer team, turning out for the Wildcats in all 4 years of his studies. Predominantly a midfielder, Sharp became an integral part of the team by his senior year in 2013, making 16 appearances. Upon graduating in 2014, he was appointed as an assistant coach, where he was responsible for the implementation of a video editing and analysis scheme. This helped to highlight key tactical concepts, creating pre- and post-match presentations for players and staff and evaluating individual and team performances to find areas of improvement. Along with the work behind the scenes, Sharp also took a hands-on approach and would run training sessions before matches and then helped provide in-game management during. After leaving Mercyhurst, Sharp linked up with Rangnick for the first time when he joined New York Red Bulls as a player development coach. Although only in the role for 4 months, this is where the analyst built many of his contacts that would help him in later years. He describes his job at the MLS outfit as follows: developing customized training sessions with the intention of maximizing player development in accordance with season-long goals, enhancing player motor skill development, technique and skill development, and educating players on individual tactics, group tactics, and team tactics. However, after just 4 months, he left the Red Bulls to return to college football when he was named as Director of Performance Analysis at Big Ten program Northwestern University. But after 4 years in Illinois, he returned to the Big Apple and Red Bulls as a performance analyst. Toronto Sun described his role as working closely with coaching staff, playing an important part in opposition scouting, match planning, pre- and post-match analysis, and assisting the scouting department in identification and recruitment. During his 4-year stay in New York, Sharp worked alongside Chris Armas when he was head coach between July 2018 and September 2020. In their first season working together, they finished first in the regular season before losing out to Atlanta United in the conference finals. Red Bulls then reached the postseason again the following year but suffered more disappointment, losing in the first round. Armas was dismissed in 2020, but Sharp remained with the club until his former boss approached him to join Toronto FC in February of this year. Who is Chris Armas? USA coach. The first appointment of Ralf Rangnick's revolution. Upon his appointment in Toronto, Armas moved quickly for a reunion with Sharp, joining as part of his newly formed coaching staff. Unfortunately, it was a chastening experience in Canada, with Armas lasting less than 6 months after hiring him. In 11 MLS games, Toronto had a record of 1 win, 8 defeats and 2 draws, with his final game in charge a record-breaking 7-1 loss to DC United. Rangnick then brought Sharp to Russia as part of his role as sporting director at Lokomotiv Moscow. He was named as an assistant coach analyst in the Russian capital, the same role he looks set to take on at Carrington in the coming days. Sharp spoke passionately about his belief in a clear and distinguishable playing style throughout the football club, something which was sorely lacking under Solskjaer's stewardship. While at Red Bulls, he explained, our style is something which is really well communicated throughout the organization, the characteristics we look for in first-team players. We try to instill that in the academy players. The USL adopts a very similar shape and playing style to the first team. In my role this is hugely beneficial. It helps me in opposition analysis, post-game analysis, the way I go about communicating with players. Without it, it would be very difficult to know what to look for when looking at games. For me, The biggest benefit of having this well-defined playing style is the players are clear of their expectations, they know what the coaching staff is looking for and what is expected of them when they go out and perform.